Hey, what's going on, people? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host. Yeah, and I hope you're doing well, mate. I really do hope that. Welcome back to Chelsea News. It's the daily series here on the channel where I reflect on what's being said about Chelsea, giving you my opinion on it. But boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, more importantly, asking for yours. Stuff is popping off. It's going off at Chelsea, man. We're signing players. We're being linked to big players. We might be getting players out the door. We've signed a supercar. The supercar? We haven't signed a supercar. We've signed a superstar kid. Carney Chukwuemeka? That's how you pronounce it, I believe. Fought off Barcelona for it. More intrinsic links with Barcelona. Frenkie De Jong could be coming our way. So much to get into in today's video, ladies and gentlemen. Settle in, strap yourselves in, pour yourself a drink, get comfortable. Do consider dropping a like on the video. Let's see if we can get 3,000 likes. It's up to you, man. You can do it. You can help me. You're welcome to subscribe. Should you choose to do so, hit that sweet, sweet bell, baby. This video is brought to you by Ding 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 OneFootball. OneFootball is a totally free companion app that gives you everything you need on your phone or indeed on a website. They're running a campaign, OneFootball, where you can win for free a football jersey of your choice and FIFA 23 simply by getting the prediction right for match day 1. As you can see on the screen, here's my predictions. I think the Gooners are going to fail to win at Selhurst. I think Liverpool will beat Fully. I think Chelsea will win at Goodison. I think Man United will draw against Brighton because that's what they do, and City will win. Click the link in the top of the description. Go check it out now. You have a chance to win. It takes a second. Do yourself the favour, mate. Back in the studio. Where should we start, ladies and gentlemen? Let's start here. Get French football news breaking yesterday. Monaco strike loan with 12 million euro option to buy deal with Chelsea for, drumroll please, Malang Sarr, ding ding ding. More follows L'Equipe. Yeah, man, look, big up Malang Sarr. He was never gonna be a superstar at rhymed at Chelsea. He's he's a good left-footed centre back. He's okay. He can play left back. Fulham were being heavily linked. He would prefer a move to Monaco. Looks like he was going to get his move there. He was a free transfer for Chelsea. Chelsea get 12 million out of it. It's good business. And we even utilised him a little bit. So, thank you so much, Malang Sarr, for your service and scary moments. It was all part of the emotional rollercoaster ride that has been last season. Seems like a good guy, genuinely, like one of the boys in the dressing room. So, and good business for Chelsea. Free money, baby girl. Let's move on. Let's talk about, before we talk about Frenkie De Jong and Cucurella from David Ornstein's article, which was published an hour ago. Let's talk about this article that was published yesterday by the Athletic staff. Chelsea sign Carney Chukwuemeka from Aston Villa. We've reached an agreement, or Chelsea have reached an agreement to sign him from Villa for £20 million. The club confirmed on Tuesday evening that the 18-year-old has been given permission to travel to London to discuss personal terms and undergo a medical ahead of a permanent transfer to Chelsea Football Club. Ooh! The Athletic reported last month that Chukwuemeka, a product of Aston Villa's blossoming academy and winner of the European Under-19s Championship with England this summer, was being chased by both Barcelona, wow, they're linked again, and AC Milan. Other clubs in Italy and Germany were also monitoring the situation, and while there was plenty of interest in England too, Chelsea looked to have won the race for his signature. Villa tried to extend his contract since October after making it clear the attacking midfielder would play a big part in their future. Of course, Steven Gerrard's Aston Villa, and understood to have wanted a substantial fee were he to leave in this window. Chukwuemeka joined the Villa Academy in 2016. So, interesting. Just quickly, I want to emphasise on that. Absolute Chelsea on Twitter also emphasising a point from Fabrizio Romano's YouTube saying Barcelona were leading the race for Carney Chukwuemeka. If I'm saying that right, I hope I am. Before Chelsea made an offer, Tuchel was, quote, the man who changed the story, end quote. But he accepted Chelsea because of Milan promised the player an important role also, but he accepted Chelsea because of Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel convinced him to stay. This recent narrative about Tuchel not trusting youth integral to convincing the 18-year-old superstar, promising superstar or starlet midfielder that you should come to Chelsea. Look, man, off the bat, I ain't gonna front here, man. I had no idea who this kid was. I'm not a football manager scout these days. I watch some football. I look, players pass the eye test, and I go, "Ooh, I'd like them." Much like Cucurella coming to Chelsea, but this kid, bro, loads of people are shitting himself over this kid. Apparently, he's very good. So I'm going to defer to some of your superior football knowledge. Let me know. Apparently, he's a midfielder, very high octane, and I guess Thomas Tuchel's got on his ear and been like, yeah, man, come to me and you'll play some football. Because off the bat, I was like, right, we're buying a teenage midfielder from Aston Villa he's had like a small handful of Premier League appearances, and he's got 12 months left on his contract. You'd be thinking, oh, 3 or 4, 5 million pound? 20 million pound! My giddy aunt. She's offered, nah, that's a lot of money. But yeah, everyone's really happy that we've got him. So, wicked. I guess Chelsea have got an excellent, midfielder here. By all accounts, Thomas Tuchel has convinced him to come. Therefore, I suppose that infers that he will play at Chelsea. Ooh la la! Incroyable! Right, before we talk about Ornstein's article on De Jong and Marc Cucurella, Cy Phillips on Twitter at Cy Phillips Sport, citing a article or a statement, headline from Bild Sport, of course, German publication, covering Bundesliga and German football. Chelsea want 33 million euros for Timo Werner, which isn't that much. That's like 26 million pounds. That's like 20 million pounds cheaper than what we got him for. I know he's had 3 years at Chelsea now, but still, he's in his prime. He's won the Champions League. Granted, he hasn't scored that many goals, but Chelsea are taking huge financial hits all over the gaff in this transfer window. I read that Chelsea valued Kepa Arrizabalaga at 30 million pounds, which, yeah, or 30 million euros. Maybe it's 30 million euros, which is again 25 million pounds, and no one wanted to buy him, which just makes you think, ugh, makes you queasy with the money we spent on him, hence probably sending him on loan to Napoli and paying 75% of his wages. So yeah, Chelsea want 33 million euro for Timo Werner. RB Leipzig would prefer a loan with a purchase obligation. It would seem Timo Werner is interested in returning to Bundesliga football, where he can play transitional football, score loads of goals, get back in the Germany squad, and feel good again. It also does seem like Timmy Werner, would have to take a substantial wage cut, and fair play to him if he does. Go and play your football. Footballers earn loads of money anyway. God bless him, I mean, as much as I was stressed out and am stressed out with Romelu Lukaku, fair play for taking a massive wage cut to just go and play successfully somewhere. Same with Timo Werner. We'll see what happens. Leipzig does seem like a good move to return there. Bayern Munich, I think he's still not fit. If you remember Raphael Honigstein of The Athletic, he did an excellent piece on Timo Werner when he went to Chelsea and spoke in detail about how Timo Werner was really pissed off with Bayern Munich because the season before we got him, he had agreed to go to Bayern. He'd said goodbye to his Leipzig teammates. And Bayern messed him about a little bit and tried to make him wait, and he got pissed off with them, basically. Let's move on. Let's read this article on The Athletic. Chelsea offer more than £50 million for Marc Cucurella and in direct talks with Barcelona for Frenkie De Jong. Oh my giddy aunt. Look, off the bat, before we read this, Frenkie De Jong, great player. The main target of Manchester United all summer, so comedy. The humour is there and available to laugh at a rival, getting there one of their main targets. My stance, boys and girls, my stance has always maintained to get a more conventional central defensive midfielder, to be a bit more like a Fabinho and a Rodri, and, whether it's like a Matic or a John Obi Mikel, all these Premier League level winning CDMs, I feel like we need one. Whether it had been Aurélien Tchouameni or whether it had been a Declan Rice or whatever. Just felt and De Jong obviously doesn't fit that profile, but he's a good player, Good player. Let's read this. Chelsea have offered, should I say, Brighton and Hove Albion in excess of £50 million for left-back Marc Cucurella and are also in direct talks with Barcelona to sign midfielder Frenkie De Jong, The Athletic understands. Brighton have not accepted the bid for Cucurella, you bastards, as they seek a higher fee and a replacement, with Chelsea's Levi Colwill their preferred candidate in what would likely be a separate transaction. Of course, many Chelsea Academy fans will not be overly happy with that Levi Colwill situation, but you can't have everything you always want in the transfer window. Such is life. Cucurella is a very exciting player. Very interesting to hear that they've not accepted the £50 million bid, because the reports were suggesting Man City wouldn't go higher than 40 and that Brighton wanted 50, and Chelsea have offered over 50. The player himself has already handed in a transfer request and has accepted to come to Chelsea. So that kind of raises eyebrows of what kind of game are Brighton playing here. There is confidence at Stamford Bridge that a deal for the Spain international, Cucurella, will be completed following negotiations on Tuesday night. Oh, how good. That was yesterday. Woo. Personal terms with the 24-year-old are already in place. Of course, we reported on that yesterday. Cucurella was also a target for Manchester City, but their reigning Premier League champions were unwilling to meet Brighton's valuation. I'm guessing Chelsea are going to start him. Maybe as a left centre-back with Chile in front. Maybe. What are the, because he's played some really good games there, but would he accept personal terms to play as a left centre-back, or does he want to play as a left wing-back? Or maybe does he understand that coming to Chelsea he'll play a bit of both? Who knows? Let's read on. Chelsea are hoping to beat a domestic rival to another player, having rivaled Manchester United in the contest to recruit Dutch playmaker De Jong. They are speaking to Barcelona about the 25-year-old and are optimistic of striking a deal. Well, they know Barcelona are on their friggin' knees to make some sale money for Frenkie De Jong, as well as absolving themselves of his extortionate wages, which, by the way, is the catch here for me. Yes, I didn't necessarily think Frenkie De Jong was like the ideal profile of what we need in terms of maybe moving forward. Maybe he is in the double six. But his wages, bro, they're like over €500,000 a week. Do we want... What? Do we want to absolve those extortionate, crazy wages? I mean, that's going to be our highest earner. Is he going to take a pay cut? What's happening here? What is happening? United previously reached an €85 million. It's a lot of money. €85 million club-to-club agreement for De Jong. But the Netherlands international has not yet made a decision. He doesn't want to go there because it's bad. He wants Champions League football. He doesn't want the Ronaldo elephant in the room looming over the total football Cruyffian ideas of Ten Hag's philosophy. It just, I get it, Frenkie. I get it. Chelsea are also bolstered their squad this summer, signing Koulibaly, Raheem Sterling. They've, of course, added Carney Chukwuemeka, and we've just signed goalkeeper Gabriel Slonina from Chicago Fire, the 18-year-old giant, the American giant, to play in goal. We're loaning him back to Chicago Fire until the end of his domestic season in the MLS, and then he can come hang out with us, save some goals. Save some goals? Yeah, that's it, goals. So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I am interested and intrigued as superstar signed, Malang Sarr out, potentially Timo Werner out. Another defender we need, Cucurella, lots going on. Will Levi Colwill go? How many ruddy midfielders do we need? You answer these questions, these burning questions. Comment down below. What do you think? Let me know. I'm gonna be really intrigued to read what you guys are saying about all these stories down in the comment section, because there's so much ruddy content to discuss. If you want to support the ting, please do drop a like on the video if you're yet to do so. It's just a nice way of showing that you care. Subscribe if you're new. If you do choose to subscribe, hit the sweet, sweet bell, baby. And do go check out that One Football offer by clicking the link on the top of the description. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it locked, because I'll be updating you very, very soon. Enjoy the football. Peace.